Madam Speaker, 2 years ago, the NDP leader sold out workers when he signed on to the costly coalition that raised taxes, increased food costs, and doubled the cost of housing. Then, 2 weeks ago, he tore up the agreement, he said. But this was just a cheap political stunt to avoid losing a safe NDP seat in a Winnipeg by-election. After 9 years of the NDP-Liberals, taxes are up, costs are up, crime is up, and now time's up. Will the Prime Minister call a carbon tax election now? Yes or no?
Honourable Parliamentary Secretary of the Government House Leader.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. While the Conservative Party is so focused on slogans and bumper stickers, we in government will continue to be focused on the real concerns that Canadians have, dealing with issues like inflation, which is, by the way, at 2% today, supporting our seniors, supporting our children, looking in terms of how we can build a stronger and healthier middle class, building a stronger and healthier Canadian economy. That's what we're focused on, while Conservatives are focused on idiotic ideas.
The Honourable Member for Calgary Rocky Ridge.
Wow. Conservatives are focused on axing the tax. The Prime Minister plans to quadruple the carbon tax, which has already made life unaffordable for working Canadians, and the NDP leader agrees with him. He's already voted for the carbon tax 24 times, no matter how much it hurts working people. The NDP leader will say or do anything to save himself, proving that he is not worth the cost. Canadians are fed up. They're ready for a common-sense Conservative government to axe the tax. Will the Prime Minister call a carbon tax election, yes or no?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Madam Speaker, the Conservatives will never let the truth or good news get in the way of their shameless exploitation of the challenges that Canadians are facing these days. And their three-word slogans are not solutions, they are not policies, and they're childish, but they're also fake news. Inflation is down. Interest rates are down. Gas prices are down, and thanks to our environmental policies, emissions are down too. It's disappointing that the Conservative spirits are down with all this good news. It's clear that all they really want is negative news to blame us for. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Sturgeon River Parkland.
Madam Speaker, just a few short weeks ago, the NDP leader, in a desperate attempt to stave off an imminent Conservative victory in a once-safe seat, told Canadians that he would no longer support this Liberal government. Fast forward 2 weeks, and the great magician has performed a reappearing act, resurrecting his coalition with the Liberals. Canadians did not give this NDP Liberal government a mandate. Taxes are up, food's up, crime's up, and now time's up. When will this Liberal government finally give Canadians a choice and call a carbon tax election?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary of the Government House Leader.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. Again, what we see is the Conservative Party, that far-right MAGNA party, which is being led by a leader that does nothing but spread negative news. He goes around every region of the country saying that Canada is broken. Well, have I got news for him, Madam Speaker? Canada is the best country in the world to live and call home. We will continue to be focused on making the conditions better for all Canadians. That is something that we're prepared to do, whether it's a budgetary measure or a legislative measure, because we care about Canadians.
The Honourable Member for Sturgeon River Parkland.
Well, Madam Speaker, this government may claim that they care about Canadians, but Canadians across this country have told us loud and clear they don't care for this Liberal government. If they can't even win seats in downtown Toronto and downtown Montreal, how much longer can these Liberals hold on? Canadians didn't give them a mandate for exploding food prices. They didn't give a mandate for doubling housing prices, and they didn't give them a mandate to triple crime rates across this country. Canadians have been clear. They don't want a tripling of the carbon tax. They don't want 61 cents a litre for the carbon tax. When will this NDP Liberal government finally give Canadians a choice and call a carbon tax election?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Look, Conservative rhetoric is up, Conservative nonsense is up, rhyming is certainly up, and Canadians are getting fed up. My intention, Madam Speaker, is to do what I've always done, keep my head down, work on the issues with my colleagues. They can keep working on bumper stick and slogans all day long.